Hello, welcome to the second installment of Introduction to Biostatistics with R. Here we'll be continuing our tutorial based on our ArbuthNet dataset. Our first function that we typed last time was the source function. Notice on the bottom. As we bring it into our computer, our dataset is in the top right in our workspace. Now notice when I type the source, a source is a function that gives us a way to point at the dataset from a URL. Notice that when I type this in, I left the parentheses on another line, so make sure to include that. Now we can look at the dataset, and we notice that it gives us the year, the amount of boys, and the amount of girls that were born each year. And we can open these windows on the left as I drag the mouse. So we go into our console and we type a few commands. Arbuthnot, which gives us our whole dataset inside the console window. It can be pretty easy to look at, but it's a lot of space for it. Data in the console window. So we can use the dim function, dim. It'll give us the amount of columns and the amount of rows. So we know that there are 82 rows and 3 columns. And when we type in the names, it gives us the name of our columns, so year, boys, and girls. And then when we want to specify a variable and look at it specifically, we type in Arbuthnot $boys. And so we should look at that a little more clearly. That $ attaches boys to the dataset Arbuthnot. Now we notice the 11, 21, 31, 41, 51. This just gives us the observation. So for example, 5218 is the first observation, and 5366 is the 11th observation in the row. So our first function that we're going to try in this video is simply to plot the number of years and the number of boys as a function of those years. So plot, plot, parentheses, is the function we're going to use. We're actually going to plot the amount of girls as a function of years. So we're going to type plot, parentheses, x equals Arbuthnot, $year for our x function. Then we're going to do comma, y equals Arbuthnot, $girls. I misspelled Arbuthnot, so R will tell me I did that and cannot identify the dataset. And so we'll just type it again, press up, and it'll rewrite the command you just wrote, and then you can just change the one error you made. Another error is I made these margins too large, so it can't appear on the bottom right window, so we'll try it again, and there it is. So we're going to make our line graph, and the only difference here is we're going to hit up for the same command to get it down. And so it'll repeat our plot function. So we hit up, and then there's our plot function, and then we type. So we're going to type equals parentheses L. So notice I make a few errors. Type equals 1 obviously does not produce a line graph, and then I type in type equals 1 in parentheses, which does not produce a line graph. But on the third try, we got it. So we hit it up to get the plot again, and then all we have to do is change the L into a 1. should type equals parentheses L. So the first few errors I make are typing in 1 without the parentheses, and the second one is typing 1 with parentheses. And now it should be L in parentheses, so type equals parentheses L. And this will produce a line graph of the data for our Booth Knot girls. So let's see if you can make one change to the code to make it a line graph for boys.